families come here, they come by appointment, so the victim advocates know when they're coming.
When I open that door and these children that come here some of them are terrified. These parents that come here, they're in shock and they need a friendly face that says, "Welcome to Dove House. Thank you for coming. You're safe."
This is a beautiful place, and it's not a scary place. Children feel comfortable coming to a place like this, and it kind of really takes the fear out of something that's tremendously scary for little children.
And they walk through these doors, and my job is to make them comfortable while they're here, to explain to kids you're not in trouble.
When they have families here, I try to do what I can so there's no interruptions. I handle anything administrative so they don't have to worry about any of that. They can just do what they need to do with the families and focus on that.
And the victim advocate stays with the caregiver and offers crisis intervention, counseling referrals, whatever that parent may need at that time.
They welcome the family when they come in. They put the child at ease from the time that they make contact with the family to the child walking through the door to them leaving, and they still follow up and keep in contact with the family.
The victim advocates provide that service for the families who would be climbing the walls, getting a gun, doing all sorts of things.
When a person doesn't have guidance, you feel very alone and overwhelmed and beaten down, and you wouldn't begin to know how to get answers.
It's not like you just go to the hospital and then come home and wait for the district attorney's office to call. It's because they keep you informed and they talk to you. You always have someone here that you can talk to, always.
They take the time to call the victims' parents, and a lot of people don't think about it like that, but the parents of the victims are also victims, and they need somebody that they can sound off to and that they can talk to who understands how they feel.
The victim advocate stays in consistent contact with that family through telephone contact, just letting them know what's going on in the case, whether was there an arrest, was there a bond, court dates, things like that. The victim advocate stays in constant contact with that family until the case is adjudicated in the court system, and that can be 2 to 3 years sometimes.
I've talked with families and children after the interview process and after the process of coming to the Dove House, and even when they have been initially afraid to come to the Dove House, or the child's been afraid to disclose, they felt comfortable when they've left here. They've been linked up with the resources that are in our community.
But I had a counselor call me yesterday, and she said, "Kelly asked about you yesterday." She said that she remembers you, and she remembers how nice you were, and she remembers everything that you did for her. And I just had cold chills. I was like, wow, you know, you think when these kids come through that they're really this is just going to be like a blur in their memory, that they're not really going to remember us. And they do.